Hey everybody, it's Tim Maxwell with the SFF Farm. Working on our Ferris IS700Z contractor zero-turn mower. Been trying to change the oil and change the transmission fluid and the filters for both. And it's just been hard to find them, so maybe I can help you for showing you. I think I found them now. Had to have my wife actually come and find most of it because I can't find a damn thing. Anyway, hope this helps. Okay, looking at the left side of the Ferris, right? Correct? Sorry. Go towards the back, obviously look behind. That's where the oil goes in. The hard part for me, which ain't too bright, but was finding the rid of the oil, to drain the oil. And the oil drain is right there, plugged in at the bottom. That's how you drain it. And that was nothing. Once I found that, you drain it by unscrewing them two parts. I actually touched you to do it in the manual. By cracky, I just couldn't find it. And you just undo them bolts or nuts or whatever you call it in the end. You my knowledge. There it is right there, sorry. And the oil drains out. And then the filter's down there. It's on the other side of the engine. Pretty easy, depending on how tight to go in. So that's all that was. No big deal. Just took me like an hour to find the dang drainage. Because one thing is that the oil manual tells you that shows it coming like down here someplace, and then they've got in the manual they got 3 different engines it could have been and which engine you got, and they tell you the kind of engine we got here. They show the line running out down here on the back or something. When I went to Briggs and Stratton, everything was clear. The Briggs and Stratton for this type of engine, whatever you got, the Briggs and Stratton manual is much cleaner and much better. Transmission on the thing now, zero turn means you got 2 different transmissions that are separate. So this is just the one side, the right and the left. I've drained out the right side, and I'll go through how you drain out the left side. It's a little bit harder to find than this. Okay, look at your manual how often you should be draining it, but basically I'm sure they're all relatively the same. Finding the filter was the real hard part. It was buried behind the safety thing, but the bottom, blah blah blah, and I'll show you. Right from the back side of the Ferris, on the right hand side currently, you see that right there, that's the sign that indicates that's the cover. That's the cover for the filter that runs the transmission fluid, right? And that's how you find. That was hard to find. There's only 3 nuts that are holding it together. I'll take it out and look at the filter on the inside. Bolts got to come out. I don't know if you can see it, but here, 1, 2. I can't see it right now, apparently. 3. Alright, there it comes. Came out. With all the grass and stuff in there, tells you what's a mess in there. Here's the filter itself, okay? If you can see it or not. But that's where it comes out at. You have to put some oil on the edge of the filter before you install it, of course. Most y'all know that. Well, I guess you can't see that going in. It's hard to see what to do. It's harder to, because it's greasy now. and you hand tight, you don't use the wrench. So you take the cover off the container, and then the hard part, another hard part is finding what they're talking about here. You gotta loosen up that I'll think of the term in a minute. It shows it on the instructions. That's why I found it. But you gotta loosen this piece up to let that flow out, and I'll show you. Right now, from the back of it, you gotta go in right behind the tire. See that opening right there? You can see the wrench. That's where the wrench goes. You loosen that nut up before you pull the oil in. Then tighten it back up, and then you probably got to add some more oil. Okay, y'all, we're basically got most of it installed. I didn't bother videotaping because I lost a nut and I was busy walking around cussing and spitting, so I had to shut it down. But the oil went in. It wasn't too hard once the oil went in. The oil raises up in that, with that nut I took out and I showed you. Maybe I showed you, tried to show you. When that comes out and then that water raises up to that point is when you put the nut back in, and then you put a little more grease, oil in there to level it out at the halfway. See, both have been done. I just got to put this security thing back on. You don't need to watch that. The last thing I think about is that I've only got one arm that works. The other one got jacked up when my brain got shot up, mortared up on the rack. That ain't the point. The point is it ain't easy for me. It's not going to be easy for most of you who don't know arm mechanics, but I did it. It takes patience and a long time, but you can do it. And after you do it one time, that's a buttload easier the second. So don't give up on yourself. I don't. And if you ever served for me, worked for me in the Marine Corps, you know I'm an impatient, tempered son of a gun, and I still get it done. So like that TV show tells you, get it done. I'm out.